प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय वृंदावन श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन
राधे जय कृष्ण जय वृंदावन श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन
जय जय राधे जय जय श्याम जय जय श्री वृंदावन धाम
जय जय राधे जय जय श्याम जय जय श्री वृंदावन धाम
कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम
कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम
निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग निताय गौरंग जय निताय गौरंग
निताई गौरंग जय निताई गौरंग निताई गौरंग जय निताई गौरंग
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 श्रील प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की
जय
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय
थैंक यू Hare Krishna. We welcome all of you, Utkarsh participants. Those of you who have stayed till all these sessions, you are extremely blessed and fortunate because you got to hear about the spiritual world and Lord Krishna reciprocating with his devotees in 5 rasas. In the previous classes, you heard about the gopis' glories as the greatest devotees. And amongst all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the greatest devotee. You got to hear about Srimati Radharani also. Actually, spiritual world is very vividly described in the scriptures. I spoke a little bit about it, just a basic introduction. There's much more to be learned. And in the Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 6th verse, Prabhupada writes, one should be captivated by this information and develop a desire to return back home, back to Godhead. So, many of you had given feedback very highly positive. You were very excited and thrilled to hear about the spiritual world. But for us to be able to go there, we have to lead a certain type of lifestyle. So today you are going to have a very, very special session. I was actually planning to speak it today. At the same time, I felt the way we do it in Mayapur Dham every year, with about 500-600 students, all in dhoti kurta, and in our big Prabhupada auditorium, and there are 8 or 10 mics. We distribute across the crowd. I asked them questions and they returned back. We could not give that experience to all of you this time. We are very sorry. Because of the pandemic, we all couldn't go to Mayapur Dham. But I felt at least this one lecture, which is very highly interactive lecture, it will be nice to show you that today. There are 2 parts in it. The first part is 45 minutes. It's the duties of an ideal student. This part will help you even with your college studies, even as a student, what qualities you need to be a successful student materially and spiritually, both ways. That's the first part, first 45 minutes. So the next 45 minutes, there will be very interesting interactive dialogue. Groups of students will be raising hand and I'll be asking them questions, they'll be answering. You will get to see that. It is a comparison between the Vedic Gurukula, which you all saw the video before, and Jettage Gurukul, which is our voice centers or youth centers that are close to the college, where our students like all of you are staying there. So we are making a comparison and asking questions. How are the voice centers? What type of training are they offering? And so you will see those questions when it comes. So we are exactly keeping the class only 1.5 hours for you. By 8:20 or so it should be over. So, but then the video will not be over. There is another 45 minutes part of the video will be pending for you, which we will be arranging to send it to your mentors. They will give you, and you can complete the balance on your own. So today's session is very, very special. Many of you, I am sure, you want to be a good student, meritorious student, intelligent student, focused student. So it's going to help you both ways, materially, spiritually. Take full advantage of it. And tomorrow is the concluding session of Utkarsh camp. After this tomorrow session, there are also 3 more weekends where we will do something called Samshaya Nash Shraddha Prakash, which means faith and doubt session, we call it. All our Samshaya will be Nash, destroyed, and Shraddha Prakash. And great transcendental spiritual faith will be awakened by those 3 weekend programs. We call it as a faith and doubt sessions. Very powerful it is. Science and scientists. We are calling Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, who is very expert at it. Then about the chanting of the holy name and all the challenges we face in chanting. And then there is also about scriptures. So we will have all these 3 in 3 weekends, and then we will be concluding our camp fully. And tomorrow the Utkarsh topics, which are 25 sittings, is getting over, and we'll be announcing prizes and everything for you all. Those who are chanting 16 rounds, 12 rounds, 8 rounds and all that. And also there will be concluding talk, take home message for all of you tomorrow. So today you watch it, it will be very delightful for you. I am showing many slides. If you found something interesting, you can jot down in your notebooks. Okay? Thank you very much. Jettage Gurukul, subsequently. So when we talk about this Jettage Gurukul, you will come to know why you have to live in the association of devotees. I will only speak for a few minutes, and then we will have to have mics with all of you. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mics. We should have 4 or 5 mics, because I will be asking you 5 questions based on your visit to Gurukula, and then different devotees will answer those questions. But before we come to that, we will do this students training in a balanced lifestyle. See, for you to be a successful student in life, if you want to see that your life is perfect, perfect human form of life, you have to begin with personal values. Can you give examples of personal values? I had done this in the Sankalp camp, not Sankalp, Spurti camp. We had rekindling wisdom. In that I did these values. One activity was there. Anybody can give me some examples of personal values? Yes, give the mic to him.
Habit of reading books daily, the positive books, like Prabhupada books and all.
Actually, that is a habit. When you talk about value, for example, honesty or truthfulness or integrity, I like that. I want values. What you said is a good habit. See, there is a difference between value, character, habit, ethics, morals, and all these words, although they look very similar words. When you talk about the values, like honesty, I gave you 2-3 examples: honesty, truthfulness, and simplicity, and integrity. Then add more. Yes.
Cleanliness.
Yeah.
Punctuality.
Cleanliness. Okay. Punctuality. Yeah. Correct. Yes.
Honesty.
Honesty. I already told it just now.
Merciful.
You should not repeat a quality. You should tell a new one.
Kindness.
See, once a biologist teacher asked, "Can you give example for amphibian?" So one boy said frog. She asked another example. Anybody can give? Another boy said another frog. You have to give a new example. Yes. Your mic with you? Add the mic.
Read proper knowledge from teacher.
Yeah.
Proper knowledge from teacher. Gain.
Proper knowledge from. Is it a value? Is it a value? Yeah. Yes. Anybody?
Yes.
Huh? Generosity. Okay.
Good character.
Good character, correct.
Sin-
Yeah?
Sincerity.
Sincerity, very good. Huh? Cleanliness, yes.
Respectful,
Steadiness, huh?
time
Patience,
regulated,
patience, correct. Huh?
self-regulated,
Humbleness, okay.
Prabhu, respectful towards opposite.
Respect.
Service
Respectful
attitude.
behavior. Respectful behavior.
Service
Tolerance.
attitude.
Yeah?
Service attitude.
Tolerance.
Actually, who is speaking in the mic? Please.
Tolerance.
Tolerance, correct. Truth, I already told. Tolerance and truthful I released already. Yeah? Huh? Discipline.
Compassion.
Compassion. So all these are personal qualities. Now you tell me interpersonal values. See, interpersonal values means when you while dealing with others. Yeah?
Respect.
Actually, humility can also be personal value. Interpersonal means you have to have tolerance when you deal with others. Patience in
Respect.
dealing with others.
Cheerfulness.
Respect.
Service attitude.
No, cheerfulness is a personal value. But while dealing with others, items like patience, tolerance, respect, kindness, courtesy, cooperation,
Straightforwardness.
compassion,
Trust.
trust,
Appreciation.
appreciation, encouragement, gratitude, very good.
Service.
Actually, gratitude is also a personal value because even when you are alone, you can be very grateful. Yeah? Acceptance. Okay. So, social value, can you give examples for social value? Huh? What is that? Humanity. Okay, humanitarian behavior. Okay. Charity,
Cleanliness.
cleanliness, Swachha Bharat, isn't it? Okay.
Tolerance.
Tolerance, okay. No, social value, like for example, your desire to protect cows, or you can be concerned about college boys, who are all taking drugs and dying, or the boys committing suicide. You can have concern for them. That's a social value. That means concern for people in society, members of society. And spiritual value, any example for spiritual value?
Humility.
Yeah?
Humility.
Okay, austerity, integrity,
Service.
surrender,
Reading scriptures.
reading
Service.
scriptures,
Bringing to Dham.
visiting them, devotion,
Reading scriptures.
following four regs,
service,
scriptures, consciousness, yes,
compassionate,
seva, yes,
compassionate,
love, compassion,
Mercifulness.
devotion, worship,
association.
yeah. Okay, now you see, I have given you a snapshot. So, see, in the top you are seeing self-discipline. Self-discipline means a boy has a habit of getting up at certain time in the day, eating at a certain time, sleeping at a certain time. He can actually keep a very regulated life, self-discipline. Some boys have no self-discipline. Tamaguna boys, they have no control of their life. Sleep anytime, eat anytime and everything. And self-control actually means when you become angry, you know how much to be angry and how much not to be angry. You can control yourself. You can manage your emotions. Something bad happens in your life, you can tolerate. You have self-control. You will not break down. Yeah? Self-respect means what? Swabhiman. Self-respect means a person has a self-esteem that, Krishna has created all of us uniquely. Whatever talent I have, I will use my talent in Krishna's service. He doesn't feel inferiority complex. There is a story in Rig Veda. Once a squirrel was living inside a mountain hole. When the squirrel came out, the mountain loudly laughed. So the squirrel turned behind and saw the mountain was ha ha ha. He was laughing and the whole forest on the mountain was jerking. So the squirrel told him, "My dear mountain, I know why you are laughing. You are very huge. I am very tiny. Therefore you are laughing. But let me tell you, I can crack a nut which you cannot crack." He told them. That is called self-esteem or self-respect. That means even though you may be small, you can be very confident. Possible. Like for example, one time a man was walking with bananas in his hands. very big, hefty fellow. And there was a monkey sitting in the tree. And as soon as the monkey saw this fellow walking with banana, the monkey came, jumped off and came very close to him. Like that, it crossed exactly opposite to him. It was doing like stopping him like this. The man saw the monkey is doing like this. He dropped the banana, the whole bunch in the packet. And the monkey picked up the whole thing and went. So my spiritual master was watching it. He was telling. Then afterwards, one small boy came. And in both his hands, he had practically 8 or 10 dozens of bananas. In this and this. And there was no cover also. Directly he was catching the bananas like this. He was carrying. And this boy had a small stick also with him. So when the monkey was sitting on the tree, it never came near this boy. And my Maharaj was surprised. How such a small skinny boy, the monkey didn't come near him. And the other fellow was such a hefty bodybuilder. And then the monkey attacked and took back that whole bunch of bananas. Then my Maharaj came to know that this boy every day goes through the street and he is actually a banana seller. And he is such a confident boy, the small boy, monkey is afraid of him. Because he knows how to tackle the monkey with his stick, the small stick, if it comes nearby. So the monkey never even made an attempt to come near him. Can you imagine? Similarly, the self-esteem means, you even though you may get certain amount of marks, you may get a certain type of job, you can know that it is ordained by God for me in my life. One should be happy with that, not feel inferiority complex by unhealthy comparison. Like these 5 fingers, you see, every finger is used for one purpose. This finger is for challenge. This finger is for sambodhan. This finger is for ring. You put a gold ring. See, this finger is for gold ring. You don't put a ring in the thumb, do you? Similarly, you will see some fingers are stout. This is very thin. This is very tall. So they are not the same. Similarly, you will find that in our life also some of the boys here are short, some are tall, some are fair, some are black, some have distinction, some have just high second class or something. You will see that there is a big variety in the world, and we have to learn to live with it with self-respect. Because what is valuable in your life is only bhakti. Because after you leave this world, like Radhesham Das completed his MTech from IIT Bombay. I can't carry this with me at the time of death. In the next life, do you think I can be born as a child coming with my MTech from previous life? Purva Janam ka MTech laya hu. Can I bring that? So therefore, one should know this life in this world is like a sandcastle in a sea beach. You make a sandcastle, when the waves will wash it away. When mother, father are calling you, you just touch the hand and go with them. Similarly, when Krishna is calling you at the time of death, leave this body and come, you just dust everything and push off. So what is valuable is bhakti, which you carry with you. Then you have self-respect. Then good manners. Good manners means how you speak with others, how you behave with others. Say, for example, you are sitting for prasadam with 4 chapatis at 3 o'clock. One of your friends is coming. What is good manners? Prabhu, you are coming just now. I am also coming just now. So please take 2 chapatis, Prabhu. And what should the friend say? He should say, why only 2? Give all the 4. Is it good manners? What you should say? No, Prabhu. That was plate kept for you. You take it. Whatever is there, I will take. Little rice, dal, sabji is there, I will take. Correct, no? That's good manners. And that is good manners. Go to the right side, read the next one. Talking. Yeah, talking productively. Not doing prajalpa, we call it. Actually, some people nowadays talk about sports, they talk about politics, they talk about opposite sex, they talk about escaping income tax, they talk about how to get money, under the table money, how to get, so many things people talk. So, talking prajalpa, we call it. Prajalpa follows a lot of time. And many people's prajalpa is about other boys, they will talk. They will always talk about others. Like sometimes a boy, before the exam, will go and ask other boys, hey, tumhara kitna ho gaya padhai? Tumhara kitna ho gaya? He goes around creating tension for everybody, including himself. So talk productively. And then proper utilization of time means, you should have a short term and long term material goals and spiritual goals. Both. Like in material life, you should make short term goals. That means for coming week, what I will do. Coming month, what I will do. Like for me, my calendar is ready for the whole 2019. Do you know that? Till the end of 2019, I have made, when I made this calendar? In September 2018. So September 2018, I released my calendar for the whole 2019. The whole itinerary is ready. I will show you a sample. You can have a look. So you will, when you plan your life, this is my itinerary. See, like this is marked. What is this month? It's June, no? See, like this is marked. All programs are put up. And different colors mean different things also. Different type of engagement. So like this. So once I put for the whole year, this is marathon month, last month. So I have a short term and a long term plan also. So you should have for 1 week, you should have for 1 year. Similarly, you have planned for utilization of time. Similarly, spiritual life also. You can make a plan. Some of you may be taking to 12 rounds now. You can say, okay, in the next 6 months, I will come to 16 rounds. Those of you who are chanting 16 rounds, you can make a plan how to survive, how to not reduce, how to maintain the 16 rounds. Nicely, correct? And punctuality also. If you're punctual, you save your time and others' time. Like in my college, one gentleman came to give a lecture on punctuality. But he himself was 5 minutes late. So all of us, we were almost 1,000 boys sitting, waiting in a big hall, auditorium. So he came 5 minutes late and we were very upset. What kind of seminar this fellow is going to give? He himself is late. But thinking. Then as soon as he picked up the mic, he said, dear students, you all know that I came 5 minutes late. So how many of you are upset? And everybody raised the hand. Everybody was upset. And then he said, actually, let me tell you how much time I wasted. 5 minutes multiplied by 1,000 boys. How much it is? 5,000 minutes. I have wasted 5,000 minutes. But let me tell you, this is the first part of the program, which is also an activity. This activity you are all supposed to do without me, which was you are waiting for my 5 minutes. So now you all are upset. Similarly, when you go late anywhere, people will be upset. That's what he taught. So that was a part of his seminar only. Coming late. Purposefully. To teach us the importance of being punctual. Then everybody clapped hands and said, oh, Sabash, very wonderful. So, we have to be punctual. See, a doctor who does not reach the hospital on time, he allows the patient to die. Correct, no? By the time the doctor is 20 minutes late, by the time the patient is finished. Especially those admitted in emergency ward. So as students, we have to learn punctuality. Next one is sense of responsibility towards society. Like, worry about the cows, how they are suffering. Worry about the boys who are getting into bad habits. Who have a sense of responsibility. Nowadays in companies, they have CSR. You know that? Corporate Social Responsibility. The companies are forced to spend some percentage of their earning for the welfare of society. Then obedience to God and Guru and respect towards others. See, obedience is second. Before obedience comes respect. If you don't have respect, we cannot have obedience. Like you are all bowing down before Prabhupada. When you have respect for Prabhupada, then bowing down to Prabhupada is very easy. If you don't have respect, then we will think, now I have to do the exercise of falling on the ground now. Now we have to get up now. So you may be lazy to practice obedience. Similarly, towards your superiors also. Like for example, if there is a class, if you have obedience, you go to the class. You like the class or you may not like the class, but you sit through out of respect. But if there is no respect, you go to the class, after 10 minutes, you feel like class is boring. Slowly sneak out like a pussycat. And then after 10 minutes you go, and then your friends may tell you, hey, the class became better after 10 minutes. So many activities were there, we learned so many things. Then you may say, sorry, bro, I went to room and gone to sleep. Isn't it? So you will see that there is a tendency in us not to obey when we don't have respect. They both are connected. Then, see, these are all one category. Purity, honesty, truthfulness, integrity. You maintain purity by avoiding illicit connections. You preserve the purity of your speech by speaking in Guru Parampara. Purity. And also you keep your purity of speech, purity of thought, purity of actions. Purity also means not taking bribe. And purity means not copying in the exam. All these things. And also purity also means avoiding giving gali and all that. Like some of you might have been giving gali before you came to Krishna consciousness. But after you became a devotee, now you are wearing tilak. Can you give gali with the tilak? You have to avoid speaking bad words. That is also purity of the speech. And honesty means to say what you will do. And integrity means to do what you said. That is integrity. Which is more difficult? Integrity. Honesty means somebody says, Prabhu, I can tell you, if only, my exams, if my marks were very good in first year, I would be easily chanting 16 rounds. Actually, people generally say what they don't have. Actually, saying is easy. I will do this, I will do that. But therefore, even when you are taking vows, 16 rounds vows, you have to keep it. So, taking vow is easy or keeping vow is easy? Taking vow is easy. Keeping vow. Like, saying that I will do 16. My friends are all, many are 16, so I will also take 16. But you have to keep the vow. That is integrity. Integrity means what you are when no one is around you. That is integrity. And truthfulness. You know that story of that woodcutter story? Isn't it once a woodcutter was cutting in a tree, that the wood, the kuladi flew off from his hand, fell into the river, and he cried and prayed to Lord. And immediately one Devata came and asked, is this golden kuladi yours? What he said? No. Is this silver kuladi yours? He said no. Then he said, is the wooden one yours? He said, yes, he said. So all the three were given to him. So, and the neighbor saw that, and you know what he did, correct, no? See, he actually wanted to get a gold and silver one. So you will see that there are many stories on truthfulness. If a person is truthful, whatever he speaks will become true. That is it. And also if he gives Ashirvad to somebody, that Ashirvad will never fail. It will become true. So therefore, nowadays people tell lies so easily. Why people tell lies? To impress others. They say anything that comes to their mouth. Like one boy was telling that he went to London, and he went for swimming or something. He went to the ocean for surfing. And his friend said, hey, London, in that portion of London, there is no ocean. What are you saying? Then this fellow had to cut a sorry figure. He didn't go to London, he went to some part of India only. So actually many boys nowadays speak freely lies. Why they speak lies? To impress others. And also to hide a first lie, you have to tell a second lie and third lie and fourth lie. Because then you will, if somebody comes and asks you, you have to tell him, please tell me which lie I told you. Because you have told different lies to different people. By becoming Krishna conscious, you will become truthful. And then that side there is humility, gratitude. Humility means considering oneself insignificant. Humility also means not anxious to be honored by others. When a person feels, even if somebody finds fault with me, I am not a great soul. I have so many defects. That is humility. Once Surdas said, Morasama kauna kutil kal khami. He said, you know what he said? Morasama kaun. Who is there in this world who is actually political and who is envious and who is lusty like me? Who said this? Surdas said like this. So there are many great people who consider themselves very... See, the reason why they speak like that, like many of you are wearing white kurta now. You put one black spot or a blue ink spot, immediately it becomes visible. So the purer you become, even small spots become visible. On the other hand, when a person's life is full of defects, say a person's heart is like a lungi, and you put one black spot there, In a lungi, if you put a black spot, can anybody see it? Nobody can see it. Therefore, it appears that, oh, there is no problem, everything is all right. So, people with lot of defects think some of the defects to be all right. Understand, no? But the purer you become, even small defects, you will consider them very prominent. That is humility. Courage to face unpleasant situations maturely. Pandavas are example for that. See, one IIT Hyderabad boy committed suicide. Do you know that? He jumped off from the 7th-story building. Like that, many are committing here and there. But Pandavas faced such crisis, they never committed suicide. Their wife was insulted. They were put in Varanavat for burning. And they were sent away to forest. And the kingdom was not returned back. But they never committed suicide because Krishna was with them. Correct, no? Yeah. And then sensitivity. You know sensitivity? How to speak to others, taking care of their concerns and conveniences. Non-violence. So many of you were eating meat before, now you have given up meat eating. But meat eating should be totally avoided. Why? Because meat produces adrenaline. You know adrenaline? Adrenaline means when there is a fight or flight response, there is adrenaline secretion. Adrenaline is a very bad hormone. It causes blood pressure rise and heart attack and all. That is adrenaline. So, when you kill an animal, the animal is afraid. And then, when the animal cannot run away, the animal attacks you back. So, that is called as fight or flight. So, flight is in Tamaguna and fight is in Rajoguna. So, the animal's body permeates with adrenaline, which is a product of Tamaguna, Rajoguna. By eating that, you also become like that only. But if you don't want Rajoguna, Tamaguna, then you have to come to which guna? Sattva-guna. Then drink milk, eat vegetables, eat fruits, eat cereals. One boy was telling me, Prabhuji, my only fear is if I become a vegetarian, I will become very weak. Then I told him, what about elephant? Is elephant weak? Elephant is non-veg or veg? Yeah, elephant doesn't eat anything non-veg. But look at the body of the elephant, how majestic it is. So tall and hefty. That means the vegetarian can be strong or weak? Can be strong. Concern for others. Then many of you are planning to shift into the center, voice center. So you should cultivate friendship with others. Some people are quarrelsome. Small things they will quarrel for everything. So if you have that habit, you have to give up and be friendly, work as a team, be cooperative. So, and also our centers, we train boys in Mridangam and Kartal and singing and cooking and leadership qualities, taking lead in different departments. So you will learn those qualities. So I have given a roundup of all the qualities quickly for you. Now you read it, somebody? Read it?
Regard for teachers. Thank you, Prabhuji, for your time and solving so many of my problems. Prabhuji, it is always a pleasure to see sincere and cultured students like you. Students should appreciate and respect dedicated teachers and their sacrifices. This will enable them to deeply learn the subjects and form character.
Yeah. So, it is Vedic life means to respect the teachers, bow down to them, respect them, adore them, admire them, even in their absence. So, in ISKCON you will see many Prabhupada's disciples advanced simply by appreciating Prabhupada, remembering Prabhupada, glorifying Prabhupada, faithfully following Prabhupada. So then they formed their character and they became very strong devotees. But if we don't have respect for the teacher, we criticize the teacher, or we find fault with the teacher, we ridicule the teacher, or take the teacher lightly, then we don't form character. Yeah, ready?
Obedience. All of you must submit the assignment tomorrow. Let us play. We can copy the assignment from Gopal. No.
This is a very common thing, na? People copy, correct? One boy writes assignment and 10 boys will copy it. Yeah.
No. The teacher has asked us to submit based on our effort. Let's do it. Respect towards teacher will manifest in the form of obedience to them. By being obedient to the teacher, one can be regulated and control his mind and senses.
See the advantage. First, if you have respect for the teacher, you can be obedient. And once you obey the teacher, then you can regulate and control your mind and senses. See, this regulation, I would say, is the word in youth. When you are in youthful stage, if your life is regulated, you can conquer mind and senses very easily. You know the meaning of the word regulated? Like this fan has a regulator, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you move the regulator knob, fan speed also accordingly increases or reduces. Similarly, you should be able to regulate your waking up in the morning, your eating food, your bathing, and then attending the programs, going to college, studying for the exams, make deadlines, plans, and execute them in a regulated way. And also, unregulated eating means overeating. Unregulated sleeping means sleeping 12 hours, 10 hours, or sleeping in the daytime 2-3 hours. Unregulated. So, how will you get regulation? Anybody can tell me? How do you get regulation? What it begins with? Practice. Only by practice it doesn't come. Begins with respect for the teacher. When you respect the teacher, then you do obedience. Then, because of the obedience, you become regulated. Then you can control mind and senses. Yeah, did it?
Discipline and regulation. I should be punctual and not to waste time. One should be enthusiastic to rise early and devote the early morning hours for serious practice of sadhana. One should be regulated in eating, sleeping, and recreation habits. Regulation, punctuality, and discipline in all activities maintain focus in education.
Yeah. So these three qualities, regulation, punctuality, and discipline, that gives you focus. We all want focus, correct? See, who is a boy who is not focused? He just takes any subject book, reads 2-3 pages, he throws it, then takes another subject, reads 2-3 pages, throws it. And in this way, he is very haphazard in his reading. Spiritual life also is haphazard. So then they don't make it actually, because it's like a lens without focal point. You cannot burn a paper or cotton. But focus means three things: regulation, punctuality, and discipline. Yeah. So discipline means what? You chalk out a plan for yourself and you stick to it. Like here all of you got up a Mangalarti, correct? That means you are learning discipline and to wake up and get ready. That means you are making a plan and executing the plan. That is actually discipline. Similarly, you treat all women as mothers. Similarly, you eat only prasadam. Similarly, you are disciplined to attend the classes. You are disciplined to finish the homework, everything.
Talking productivity.
No, productively.
Productively, sorry. Nowadays, the situation is so bad. Everybody is so self-centered. The political leaders are bad. Instead of complaining about the situation, we can present a good example for the society. Talking unnecessarily leads to wastage of time and agitation of the mind. Speech should be used only for the higher purpose of purification.
See, tongue and mind are connected. If you speak useless things, then the mind will become like a sponge absorbed in water, or like a blotting paper absorbing ink. Like that, whatever you speak, the mind absorbs. Like yesterday I was narrating Krishna's pastimes, then your mind started absorbing. Isn't it? Mind started absorbing those pastimes, correct, no? So whatever you speak or hear, mind absorbs in that. Therefore, we should keep it down. So we will not talk Prajalpa. See, Prajalpa starts with useless talk, then it becomes fault finding. Useless talk, argument, debate, fault finding, blasphemy. These are the 5 items of Prajalpa. How it begins? Useless talk. Then it becomes argument. Then it becomes debate. Then it becomes fault finding. Then blasphemy. Aparad. Yeah.
Feeling responsible towards society. Poor mother cow is eating garbage these days. Is there something I can do? The new financial policy will attract more investors. But what will happen to poor people?
All business people are talking about how to make more and more money. They never care about society. Yeah.
Knowledge should be used for all around welfare of the society.
So all of his students, now you are all becoming Krishna conscious now. Say you practice Krishna consciousness for 4 years in your college. Ask yourself after that, what are you going to do with this knowledge? We have one tribal care initiative started in ISKCON, Mayapur. One Mukundalila Prabhu from IIT is helping His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. It's a very good initiative. So are you ready to take some lead in such kind of services? Rural area preaching for the poor children in rural areas, giving them, you can teach them subject also and Krishna consciousness also. Similarly, you can go to your own college and help our boys, save them from drug addiction or drinking and smoking, from bad habits. Or you can offer a course for the first year boys, some 10 session or 12 session course, offer them a certificate and, make them learn Krishna consciousness in a simple manner. So, there are dozens of initiatives coming up nowadays. In Govardhan Eco Village in Bombay, they have published a booklet also. How we can reach out to girls, boys, children, poor people in village, so many things. So feeling responsible towards society, they are all like our own brothers and sisters.
Gratitude. Thanks to my training that I have been saved from such bad habits. I should be grateful that I have received so many facilities from God. Being grateful is the foundation for developing all good qualities. True knowledge resides only in grateful heart.
See, if your heart is grateful, knowledge can reside, and gratitude is one quality which can produce dozen good qualities. If you have gratitude. Gratitude means kritagnyata. Yudhishthira Maharaj was grateful even to Dhritarashtra also. He told Dhritarashtra, my dear uncle, when we were fatherless children, we came from the forest to the palace. At that time, you are the one who took care of us. Although Dhritarashtra was a cruel fellow, still Yudhishthira was grateful to him. So, if you are grateful, there's a saying, either be grateful or be a great fool. A great fool is one who is never grateful. So, he takes and takes and takes, he is never grateful. Therefore, he doesn't get any good qualities. Good qualities come from gratitude. Or we can say gratitude is like a fuel for spiritual life actually. Yeah?
Inquisitiveness to know the purpose of life. Many times I wonder what will make the people happy. Even rich, educated and famous people are not happy. I think that there should be some purpose of life, just like we have well-defined purpose and aim of experiment in science. Only by knowing the purpose of life can one lead a meaningful and happy life. True education is meant to impart an understanding about the purpose of life.
Correct. See, yesterday you all heard about the spiritual world and the very joyful interactions of Krishna and his devotees. So this is the real life. So where is the real life? In material world or spiritual world? Spiritual world. Material world, there is a struggle, hard struggle for happiness. But even after a hard struggle, the happiness runs away from you. It's very difficult to hold on to happiness. But in spiritual world, your body doesn't sweat, the body doesn't get old, the body doesn't die, the body doesn't get diseases. And the exchanges are meaningful. And everybody is seva-oriented, all the bad propensities are all out. Therefore, when people know the purpose, their life will be completely different. So, without knowing the goal, it's like moving in the middle of Atlantic without a compass. You don't know where the boat is going. You are going round and round in the ocean only. Modern day education is like that. You just board a boat and keep going around in Atlantic. You have no food, you have nothing to survive. And ultimately, all students are graduating into nothingness. But Krishna consciousness gives the meaning and purpose of life. Read the 4 things.
Review daily.
You know what is review daily? That means before going to bed, you should write down in a diary what you did all day, how you spent your day, what you studied, what fruitful, meaningful things you did during the day. And reviewing also means revising. You can also revise what you studied at the end of the day so that it doesn't evaporate from your head. And then?
Discuss with the students.
This is a very good habit. If I had about 3 friends in my college days, we all used to study together. I would prepare some notes very good and he would prepare another notes very good. So we would exchange. So in this way, even 3-4 intelligent students can come together and take help of each other. And that will make studies very interesting. Even Prabhupada book reading we do in a group. Devotees sit in a circle and we take Prabhupada book, one para we read and discuss. Then you can finish 6 pages very easily without much difficulty. If you are sitting and reading alone, you will go to sleep. Yeah, then?
Take learning seriously.
Yeah. That means, Don't do casual reading. Spiritual life also, don't do casual chanting or casual reading. So anything done seriously will produce results faster. Yes?
Participate actively in class.
Actually, if you pay attention to the teacher and ask questions, supply answers, be enthusiastic in the class, you will learn very nicely. In IIT Bombay, our boys, my friends used to make notes when the teacher is teaching. Every word that slips out of his mouth, they will put in the notebook. They will not miss. They will write so fast. Why? Because the question paper is set by the teacher and from what he taught only. From that only he will say. So they won't miss anything. So they will catch everything in the class. It's not like our undergraduation other times. Other colleges, you have a book. In IIT, whatever they teach, from that only they will ask. So therefore, the participating is very important. Actively participating. Because if you sleep off in the class or slip out from the class, you miss the training. Yeah.
Discrimination in association. A bumblebee goes only to the flower, although there may be filth all around. A student must be able to intelligently discriminate between good and bad association. He must choose conducive association which supports good habits and character development. The student should select a role model possessing good character and follow in his footsteps.
Yeah. So two things are said. Please repeat this shloka. Shaile shailena manikyam Mauktikam na gaje gaje Sadhavo nahi sarvatra Chandanam na vane vane. In every forest you don't find sandalwood trees. Sandalwood trees are indeed rare. In every elephant's forehead you will not find moti. But some elephants have moti. Similarly, in every mountain you will not get diamond. Some mountains have diamond mountain. Similarly, every college doesn't have a voice center. Only few colleges have a youth center, isn't it? So, but all of you are connected to one youth center, fortunately. So, therefore, that association is very rare. One should take nice advantage. Like you know the story of the monkey and the crocodile, isn't it? The monkey was living in the tree with all other monkeys happily. So that is like a voice center, student center. But one day the crocodile told him, hey my dear, he asked the crocodile, my dear friend, how is life in the lake? And the crocodile said, oh, life in the lake is so good. You know, when we move in the lake, I can see the sky blue, blue sky up above. And while I am going in the lake, I can see all the greenery all around very beautifully. I enjoy my life very much. Then the crocodile asked, how is your life? He said, my life is very boring, you see. I have to live inside this tree only. And it's a jamun tree. I just eat jamun and keep quiet. So some boys feel I have to be in the youth center only with all devotees chanting Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, that's all. I can't go out here and there. But you are very fortunate, you can move around. So then the crocodile said, would you like to come with me for a joy ride? And the monkey agreed. Then he sat on his back and he went. And when he was in the middle of the lake, the monkey realized, my lord, there's water all around. And the crocodile's body is like a paper. I am just sitting on it. Suddenly, if he goes inside the water, I'll be finished. Then he asked the crocodile, when are we going back? And the crocodile said, my dear monkey, you may not be aware. When I went home yesterday, my wife asked me, where were you last 5 days? I told him that I was in the bank of the river talking to my friend monkey. But she didn't trust me. She said, you are having another affair with another crocodile, Ani. So she said, tell me the truth. If there is really monkey, bring the monkey's kaleja, heart. Like that she said. So now I am taking you to my wife. She will break open your body and take out your heart and cook it for our lunch today. My lord, the monkey was trembling. Why didn't you tell this before? My lord, very dangerous. Then he prayed to Lord in his heart, super soul. And the super soul told him, answer. Then what the monkey told? Oh, my dear crocodile, you should have told me first. I have already left my heart in the tree. You take me back, I'll pick it up, then we can go together and give it to your wife. And the foolish crocodile took him back. When he went to the bank of the river, he jumped to the tree and said, "You rascal crocodile, get lost. Henceforth I will never ever come with you." Similarly, our boys also, see, you all are devotees. Don't try to associate with non-devotees. Non-devotees are like crocodiles. They will cook your kaleja. They'll cook your heart. Don't go with them. And because, birds of the same feather should flock together. The monkey should live with the monkeys, so crocodiles should live with the crocodiles. Monkey is a creature of tree, but crocodile is a creature of water. So they are all in Maya. You can't associate with them. You keep good sangha with devotees, nice devotees. And I'm amazed that some of the colleges have 15-20 boys here from the same college. So you have a very good circle of devotees. Stay. So one thing said here is keep in touch with devotees. Another thing that is saying is keep a role model devotee, a senior man whom you are very inspired by. Taking him as a role model, you advance in spiritual life. That is another point, my dear.
Hare Krishna. Cultivate good habits and hobbies through good friendships and harmless recreations. Rarity of devotee association.
I told you just now.
Dangers of bad habits. Harmless recreations. Enlightened enjoyment.
Yeah. So we are not against enjoyment, but we are only for enlightened enjoyment. Correct, no? Even here in Mayapur, you are all eating nice prasad, you are doing chanting, you are hearing nice classes and everything. So you are having enjoyment, but our enjoyment is of a different nature. You see, swan drinks pure milk. Crow eats all rotten rats. So those are two different types of enjoyment. Boys in Rajoguna, Tamaguna do dirty things and they call it enjoyment. Pig also says the eating stool is enjoyment. So we don't want to agree with their enjoyment. We should have enjoyment of a finer nature. We are not anti-enjoyment, but we are after, suffering in the name of enjoyment foolishly. So in the previous session, you all were seeing many of the qualities I had displayed. So they are all relevant to your... No, I have not put. I'll put later. I was showing many qualities. Actually, if you acquire all these qualities, your life would be much different. As a student or as a devotee, both ways. There is a story of one Sheikh Chili. This Sheikh Chili was sitting on a branch of a tree. Imagine if this is the fellow, Sheikh Chili is cutting the same branch. So one man was passing by. And he looked at Sheikh Chili and said, "Hey Sheikh, you are cutting the same branch, you are going to fall on the ground and break your legs." And the Sheikh Chili never bothered. He said, "You say what you wish, I don't care, I don't believe in what you say," he said. But after some time, that fellow went away. He went on cutting here. Naturally, you know what must have happened. This branch got cut, he fell and he broke his leg. And he was admitted in a hospital. So that fellow went to see him. "See, I told you, you will fall down and break your leg." So this Sheikh Chili asked him, "Hey, do you know astrology? How did you exactly say that I will break my leg? How did you know that? That too beforehand you told me." So that other man said, "Arey, you fool, you don't need to know astrology to know this. Any common man can understand this." But Prabhupada tells the story why. He says the modern day education is exactly like this. Modern education system is like the Sheikh Chili cutting the, which one? Same branch. Why? Because the modern education is hollow without any character. Nowadays in colleges, if a boy gets a first rank, even if he is a man of no character, still he is so much praised and given rewards. Agreed? There are many boys who are toppers in the class, but they have no character. They are drunkards, they are smokers, they are womanizers. Still they are respected. But in the Vedic times, education meant character. Education was meant for developing character. The back end said, if health is lost, it can be restored. If wealth is lost, it can be regained. But if character is lost, everything is lost, he said. So character means how you deal with woman, how you deal with money, how you deal with other people. So modern education is like destroying the core values. and the character and morals and ethics and spirituality that is inherent in people, that becomes eroded away. It's completely unpaid attention. One time I saw in our neighborhood, they brought a big box in a cart. So all the children in the compound, they started running to see what is that big box. The box went inside the home. So children were all surrounding. They were opening the box and they were taking out the thermocol, and inside there was a big TV. So when they took out the TV and kept it on the table, the children ran and said, "Uncle, uncle, can we take this thermocol? Can you please kindly give us?" And thermocol was like a certain shape to fit the machine, So the uncle pulled out and said, "Okay, chalo, take it," he said. And the children took the thermocol pieces, big pieces, and they were telling other children, "Uncle is so kind, he gave us this big thing," as if it's a very important thing. So in a box, in a TV box, is TV important or thermocol important? In the same manner, in the body, the TV is like the soul, and this body is like a thermocol. But modern education teaches you to give too much importance to the thermocol and forget the TV inside, forget the soul inside. So there is no talk about the soul. There is no talk about the goal of the soul. There is no talk about after death. There is no talk about how this world truly came about, the meaning and purpose of life. On the contrary, everybody is enamored by body with the different hairstyles and different type of material achievements. And in English there is a term, we say everybody is in a rut, we say. Rut means what? On a rainy day, the lorries go through a muddy road and they form a deep wedge in the ground. And all the lorries again and again go in the same wedge. It forms a very deep wedge. It's called rut. Rut means what? You have no other way. You have to go like that only. So a rut is put for all the modern day students. Everybody goes to school, then they go to college, then they go abroad, they do an MS, then they work in a job, then everybody is going into IT companies, then make money, then accumulate money, and that is considered a status symbol in society now, if you see like that. So, but Krishna consciousness movement offers you a different direction. The direction is knowledge. To have complete knowledge means three things: matter, spirit, and controller of both. You should be able to see what is Jada Prakriti. The material body is a Jada, and the spirit is Chetan, and the controller of both is Ishwar. So there is a Ishwar, and the sambandha between the Jeev and the Ishwar is the real substance of knowledge. If we forget the Ishwar and consider ourselves to be Jada, then we are no better than animals, according to the Vedas. So therefore, you will see in the last 1 year of education that you got in our voice training program, you have only given 1 year for your Jada Vidya, for your material knowledge. You have spent almost how many? 16 years or so, 16, 18 years of your life. In these 16, 18 years, you learnt only about dead matter. And this dead material knowledge at the time of death is not going to do any help for us. But the knowledge about the soul, in 1 year you have learned so much. Do you agree? Correct? And that too, you are not coming for 8-hour college. Did you come to our classes for 8 hours a day? Just once in a week class. And some MMCs. And some camps like this. See, try to calculate the number of hours. I recently made one calculation, how many hours we take for completing these courses. It's like 120 hours or 150 hours or 200 hours. Within that time, you have learned so much knowledge. And this knowledge is so enlightening, you can see the world very clearly. What is Atma, what is body, what is Prakriti, what is God, what is the meaning of life, purpose of life, goal of very clear. So, therefore, when we have acquired this knowledge, if you have faith in this knowledge, what you have acquired, then you have to live out this knowledge. If you don't live and practice, you will get carried by the current in which the whole world is getting carried away. You can be one of them also, get washed away by the modern day current of everybody is being carried away with the current to the ocean of Maya. But if you really want to stand up and live out a very pure life, life of character, life of principles, life of godliness, like you have been reading now, then you have an opportunity to live with devotees. So we call the center as voice. Some people call it base. Earlier we used to call it base. In Pune we call it as voice. In Juhu they call it as choice. In one of my friends, Praneshwar Prabhu in Indore, he calls it as cave. Chaitanya Academy for Vedic Education, cave. Cave looks like rishis and munis are living inside. Whatever you call it, it's a youth center, we call it. So you all are connected to some brahmachari senior, and you are now getting a golden opportunity to stay with other group of students and then go to the college from there. So there are simple formulae that operates there. Morning for Krishna, evening for studies. And also we give equal weightage to study and Krishna consciousness. Mamanusmara yudhyacha, Krishna says like that. And also we make our life in such a way, maximize Krishna time, minimize Maya time. Maya time means that which takes us away from spiritual consciousness, degrading consciousness, that you reduce it as far as possible like that. So now my question to all of you, after you all have gone to Gurukula, everybody has gone to Gurukula? So the first question, where are the mics now? Show me the mics. There is the, okay, one can be there only, and keep it there. Where is another mic? Second one? Okay, there. Third one? Okay, one more. Oh, one should be given here. So here there are two mics. Here there is only one? Only one, or there is one more? Here there are very less mics. You can give one here also. Where? Okay, those two are there. And there, this side? Only one is there. Okay. So, my first question to all of you. These children whom you saw in Gurukul, did you see some children also there? No, only the place you saw. Where are the children? They have gone home. It was a vacation, huh? Okay, but you heard about their lifestyle and everything. Okay. So now you can tell about how are these children more fortunate than all of you in terms of whatever training they are getting. These children, these Gurukula children, yes. We will go one, like that we will take. Again we will go back like that. One answer from there.
Most of the time they spend in Krishna consciousness.
Yes. Most means what do? They don't do anything other than that. Yeah, that's
But
their main
they sleep,
activity.
no, Prabhu,
Yeah.
but they sleep, no.
Sleep what time? They sleep at 7 and they get up in the morning at 2. Correct, no? Do you think it is too much sleep? It's not too much sleep.
No.
Actually, children need also more sleep, but these children don't sleep so much. They sleep early. They sleep with the sun and wake up with the sun. As that we say. Yes, anybody else here? Yes.
They
yeah.
are more practical than us.
Yeah?
They are more practical than us.
How?
Their standard of living something different from us. They are showing their well-being to others and the treatment to the life, real life.
So you can be a little more specific. I don't want any general answers. I want very specific answers.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Actually, they are saved from they are in Krishna center.
Okay, their life is fully Krishna center. They are saved from Maya. They don't have to interact with the horrible outside world. Okay. One here.
They are self-independent and they can do all their activities.
That is called self-reliance. See, when I went to Gurukula, I saw 3 pumps were there. One very small one, medium one, big one. I asked why 3. They said, even the smallest boy who is 5-year-old, even he pumps his own water. He doesn't depend on others. Prabhupada says in Kali Yuga, there is one bad habit of over-dependence on the mercy of others. What is that? Prabhupada says that boys are completing their education in the college and carrying their degree in their mouths. They are going and wagging their tail in front of so many employers, begging for jobs. Boys are not confident to become entrepreneurs to start their own companies and give employment to other people. If you do that, you are coming in the first 3 category, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya. Because Brahmana never worries about tomorrow's food. Brahmana lives on charity, you know that? And Kshatriya never bothers about money because he collects taxes. He controls the state and collects taxes. And Vaishya, he never bothers about money. He invests big amounts of money in businesses and is ready to face business losses also. But Shudra is the only one who accepts salary and is afraid about tomorrow. So Prabhupada is telling the modern day society is producing only a class of Shudras, he said. Everybody thinks, oh, I need an employer to employ me. Agar wo paisa nahi dega to mar jaunga main. I feel like that. Actually, Prabhupada said in Vedic times, 3 people, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, they can stand on their own leg. Like even brahmacharis like me, I joined the ashram in 1994. We don't have a job. We gave up our job in Thermax long before. Many people feel if you don't have a job, kaise jiyoge? Actually, you preach Krishna consciousness and people will support you. People support you means God only supports you through people. Ultimately, you will see that. Similarly, Kshatriya, Vaishya, they all can live without bothering about money. So you will see these children are taught self-reliance. They are not over-dependent on anybody's mercy. Okay? Let us go back here again.
Hare Krishna. They are learning so many practical things like which are vidyas which are given in scriptures like horse riding, boxing, karate and all.
Correct. Yeah, they are learning some extracurricular activities also. Why? Because some of these children later on may get married also. They need to know some of the vocational trainings. In case they are expert in that, then they can flourish in that field. Therefore, they are training them. Yes,
Hare Krishna,
yes.
Prabhuji. Hare
Here.
Krishna.
Where?
Here. Because the Gurukula boys are so fortunate that they have obtained the Krishna consciousness at very early age of life. But our condition is that we spend so much time in cultivating that habit that we know that are bad habit.
So his point is, these children started at a very early age. Kaumara Machare Rajnyo at the age of 5. And we are starting at the age of 15 or 20. So we have lost 15 or 20 years.
So they are more realized and
more fortunate because there's the early years are like a wax. Their mind is like a wax. You can easily mold it to the right path. But we have lost some 15 or 20 years. Okay. Where's the mic? Oh, you belong to this group or this group? Okay. Yeah. Yes.
They are cultivating leadership quality in them because 14-year-old child is holding the department of kitchen. Least age was that prediction was given by the person, and they are using the night time for the sleeping, and after waking up they are utilizing their main time for chanting, and after that they are doing their works.
So what is your conclusion?
Leadership qualities.
Okay, his highlight is they are taught to take some lead in some activity, take initiative, take lead, even though they are small children. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Where? Here, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, even like a 14-year-old can, they are categorized in leadership. Like a 14-year-old child can be working under 10-year child. Like they have such like humility. They'll get to know humility like while working. Like
what is that? I didn't understand exactly.
Like if like scheme is such that a 10-year-old boy is a leader for some work. And 14-year-old boy will be working under him. They'll get to know the humility.
Sometimes the younger boy can lead and the older boy can work under him. So they have humility, you said. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
They are very connected to nature and interactive with teacher.
Where is the...
Hare Prabhu.
They are connected to?
Nature and interactive with teacher.
Correct. Oh, beautiful point. Connected to nature, interactive with teacher. Perfect. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Here. They are away from the sense gratification. All the
they are away from the mad city culture. They don't have pubs. They don't have internet. They don't have anything to do with city. They are far away from the city. And even in here also, a lot of outside people come, but they live in a secluded place behind. Yeah. Okay. There are advantages. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Where? Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, they learn about yagyas and read Prabhupada books.
Yes.
And
they are
so
systematically taught Prabhupada's books. Yeah, correct.
Yes,
Okay.
So, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Where is it? Yeah. Yes.
Prabhuji, not only they learn from their very childhood, but also whom from their learning, they are also very elevated Vaishnavas. And from childhood only they study deep philosophies and so many things.
They actually have very good teachers. Yes. And they devote a lot of time studying books and philosophy, and their life is very joyful life. They don't have to endure the hard struggles of the city life. Their life is devoted to study of philosophy, worship of the Lord, chanting, and they have developed deep faith in their childhood. Like last time, our boys had asked some questions to one of the boys. He asked, "Have you seen Krishna?" He asked. So the Gurukul said, "Oh yes, I see every day," he said. Then our boy asked, "You see every day, where is Krishna?" Then he said, "Radha Madhav," he said. Then our devotee said, "No, that is only Murti, but I am asking, actual Krishna have you seen?" And the small kid was telling, "If you think the Sri Vigraha is not Krishna, that is a great offense," he was telling. So even though they are small children, they have developed a very deep faith by sincere doing kirtan, worship, study, everything. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
There will be happy whole life.
Certainly. But you have to say why they will be happy.
Because they are always connected to Krishna and there will be no material attachments
Correct.
to
They are away.
no material miseries.
So to put it more precisely, they are away from the material atmosphere of the city life, college life, and material subjects also. So they are taught only by the teachers. The main subjects are spiritual subjects, and like they were saying, some additional subjects are taught to them. One here, one last.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Here. They
You
have
already spoke, no?
No.
Hare
Not
Krishna.
yet. One behind we will give. One behind. Krishi and Goraksha they are taught. He is saying they are taught farming and cow protection, which is very important. Cows should be protected. They are being killed in large numbers. So like that, they are taught very valuable socially, like we were saying, social values. You are saying, they are taught all that. Very good. Now I have second question to all of you. Again, we will go from here. Second question is, how do you think your training, what you all got in your, whatever you call it, bass or voice, choice, in your youth center, you are all getting that. Now, how many of you are connected to some youth center already? You are going to a youth center. Okay, no. Okay, how many of you say that, Prabhuji, there is no such center in our place? We are only connected to the ISKCON temple. How many of you say like that? You are connected only to the ISKCON temple. We have only handful, 2, 3 only. Okay. That means most of you are connected to your youth preaching center. Okay. So my question to you is this: how is your youth preaching center training program superior to that of these children? That is the question. Yeah, one answer. Yes, one. Yes, Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ji said that what is the way to produce children like cat and dogs? We should learn like Prahlad Maharaj from beginning only. Like Prahlad Maharaj, no.
I think my question is not understood well. Actually, you didn't understand my question. My request you हिंदी में बोलना तो हिंदी में बोलूँगा आपको. मैंने पूछा कि आप लोग युवकों के केंद्रों में ठहरे हो तो वो केंद्र में आपको जो प्रशिक्षण मिल रहा है आपको उधर, वो ये गुरुकुल बच्चों से ट्रेनिंग से कैसे श्रेष्ठ है वो?
हरे कृष्णा.
आप ऑपोजिट बोल रहे हैं आप.
अच्छा. हरे कृष्णा. When we are living in hostel, तब हम लोग का मतलब उठने का टाइम थोड़ा लेट होता था.
No, you didn't understand the question. You didn't get the question. Go
Hare
ahead.
Krishna. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. इधर.
Where?
Prabhuji, इधर.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. This voice centers teach us to balance between material life and spiritual life.
See, when I am asking question, first you should understand it, and then only answer. I think if the question is not understood, then your answer will tangentially go elsewhere. What is your answer?
Hare Krishna.
One at a time.
These youth center teach us how to balance between this material life and spiritual life. While here in Gurukul, they totally teach about spiritual life.
Yeah. So what he is saying, when you all are living in city, in your college, you have a mixed culture, where you have one leg in the college and one leg in the youth center. When you come to youth center, you wear dhoti kurta and chanting Hare Krishna. When you go to college, you wear pant shirt and you have to meet the Karmi boys. So you have a mixture of both materialistic civilization on one hand and devotional civilization in your center. So is it a plus or a minus, I am asking?
Hare Krishna.
No, he has to say, yeah, yourself.
Yes, it is good as it will help
Mic is not loud actually.
According to me, it is good as it will help them to cope up with the outside world, and hence they can contribute to improve the present condition.
See, it can be said even more precisely. If you are living in the city and you become Krishna conscious, because you are yourself an engineer, you know their mindset, and therefore you can very powerfully preach to them by giving examples which they can relate with you, with what you are speaking. Like for example, I come from a mechanical engineering background. So therefore when I wrote the DYS book, Discover Yourself book, and made the PPTs, many students said, oh Prabhu, it's very easy to understand. Because engineers have a very organized thinking. So your material education is helpful in preaching spiritual knowledge in a way that people can connect with. But these children are mainly learning basic, spiritual knowledge, and they have not gone to school or college like all of you. So you stand to be having an advantage. It's clear to everybody? Okay, let us hear
Hare
one
Krishna,
from
Prabhuji.
No, this is, you are in this batch. In this side we will take. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
No, you are also in this side. This side. No, mic this side. Please give one mic to them. One mic this side. Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, we may become the donors for temples.
He says that you will all become engineers, you will make money, and you can give donation to the temples. Whereas these children may be just like Brahmanas, they may just study and preach. But you all can become entrepreneurs, businessmen. You can earn lakhs and crores, and you can donate to Krishna in a big way. Very good, yes.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, when we go to
You already answered before. You answered. Please give chance to others also. No, you should give chance to others also. Mic is not going beyond the first row. You should go behind.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. People staying in the cities, they will be getting the chance to convert an atheistic into devotees. So here in Mayapur, everyone is a devotee. So those students who will not be getting chance to convert.
Haribol. Okay. One
Hare
more.
Krishna.
One more.
Krishna
This
Prabhuji.
yes.
Even though we are in material clutch,
You
we
already
are...
answered, no? So I request all of you. See, my one humble request to all of you. This kind of open session, when we do, we need to give opportunity for those who have not yet spoken and who are also eager to speak. They are raising the hand. We should give them chance, because I know very well that some of you are very intelligent and you can answer all the questions. I know that, but you have to practice some self-restraint and offer opportunity to your brothers so that they will also get to speak. Otherwise, what happens? They want to speak, they raise the hand 2-3 times and they see mic never comes, they keep quiet after that. Then they feel. Then the first row, I saw that they are giving many answers, and पीछे people will go to sleep. अरे हमको mic आने वाला नहीं हमारे पास. So there somebody had a yes.
Hare Krishna Babuji. We can lead by example. People may look up to us how to balance both material life and spiritual life, as we have seen our seniors doing that.
Yeah, we can lead by example how to balance material spiritual life. There are many industrialists who have come out of our colleges. They are also running an industry and they are also Krishna conscious. Like one of them said, we can donate. Some of you can become preachers also. And educated people can live in the hardcore city and convince people who are very degraded. Like Prabhupada himself went to New York and lived in New York City and confronted the materialistic people of the West, which is not a very easy thing. So certainly this is one very clear-cut difference between the Gurukula training here and our training in the colleges. Any other difference? See, these are all similar answers. I am looking for some new answers. Yes? Who has the mic with you?
Here.
Mic is not loud. Acha, we learn how to use technology in Krishna service. Haribol. Good answer. Like for example, we use laptop in Krishna service. We may use projectors. We may use mic. We may also make PPTs, and we can also teach many things of Bhagavatam through science also. Like one devotee has done a doctorate research on effect of Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting on 1,000 people. So some of our city devotees can do some scientific researches like that, and we can use. But these children may mostly study Shastra and teach Shastra. They may not go to the field of science so much. That is a good answer. One
Hare Guruji.
Well, yeah.
My was that I went there. There was a foreigner who was good, who was also Guruji. I asked him that what happens outside the news is and all that. You know about that? They said that they knows how that happened, but they don't know that what happening outside that outside Gurukul. So they are basically unaware about the situations and the facts and news is about outside world.
Correct. So he is saying. So what is the conclusion you draw from that? That is also important.
They are unaware about the what happening outside the world currently.
So what do you conclude out of that? You have to tell me the outcome of because of that. What is the repercussion or after effect?
We are basically aware about the news.
Okay. By that, what comes out of that? Okay, you are aware, they are unaware. So what is the result you want to conclude?
So they when they go out of job, they are asked, like someone goes in the IAS exam and they are asked about that what happened and this year. So they are not able to.
That is only if they have to write IAS exam. Because if they don't write IAS exam, then they don't have to know everything. What I do generally, like I am brahmachari in Pune, last 25 years, I have never touched the newspaper. And I don't watch TV also. But I know all the news happening up to yesterday. I know. How? Because every week one person sends me 6 pages of news item to me. What happened in that week? He takes from Google and other places, collects all the news and with bullet points, he extracts all the news and gives me. Like Funny came now recently, that cyclone. So he will send me all the photos and all the things. So that fellow will screen out all the unwanted rubbish and send me only the important news. So I have a facility like that. And from that news, what I will do, I will take some news which I can connect to Krishna consciousness. Like for example, some news like in Latur, one Sharma, he arranged to shoot one Chawan, the tuition center. One tuition center wala shot another tuition center because of envy. So when I see such news, immediately I will use it in my classes. I will take a news item. I will say that just a month ago, see, this fellow became greedy for money. He shot that fellow. It happened in Latur. So people also can connect. Yeah, we read in the paper. So they can immediately see Shastra in action. Correct, no? So we don't have to read all the newspaper for that. It's useless waste of time. If somebody is reading and they can do that hard work and extract and give us. Even these children can get news like that if they want. So at the same time, being too much aware of every happening in every part of the universe also doesn't help so much. Because we may be aware of things, but we may not be able to take any action. But what you said is true to some degree, that these children may be living in a utopian world and they may not know what are things outside, how horrible the world is. And city boys, having lived in a hardcore city, they may become more tougher, learn to deal with the situations of the world and preach. That's a good point. Thank you. One more.
Hare Krishna.
Where is the mic? Yeah.
I came from a corporate batch in Gita Life, Bangalore. There are some problems which we have not faced in academic year. Once we have been entered into the corporate world, there is a completely different professional cat and dog race. So at that time, this base gives me lot of solutions, and it's like you cannot get those solutions in book, and that is a blessing for me, and that is the superior thing which I believe these people will not get it.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, because he is living in city and he needed help, and because this Gita Life Center, they had it in the city, he could get help. He cannot expect to come to Gurukula here and study here, because this place is not only far away, it's meant for small children. So these type of youth centers, which we have started as mouthpieces near the colleges or near companies, they have become a big boon for the modern day youth, correct? Because you all are modern day youth, and so I coined the name Voice way back in 2001, VOICE, Vedic Oasis for Inspiration, Culture and Education. See, the word oasis means what? In a desert, you have a oasis. So what is desert? Modern day society is like a desert. And these centers are like, because in oasis you get water. You get coconut water, you get a pond, you have shady trees. Similarly, even though the city is very harsh, the Voice Center is like an oasis. Therefore, we use the name Oasis. So what he said is true. The training given to the children is a small training for a small number, whereas all of you are getting training all over India in different places. So these are all in the heart of the cities, near the companies, near the colleges. So that is a big plus point. Thank you. Hari Bol. This side.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Where?
Prabhuji, straight. Straight here, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Raise the hand.
Straight.
Oh, you already
Yes,
spoke.
sir.
You spoke just now.
No. So,
No,
Prabhuji,
this is over. Now this side now. We will come back. Yes. Where is the mic? Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna. In Gurukul, day one they are introduced to Krishna consciousness, but in youth centers from day one we are just a little touch, scratch only. Maybe after 1 or 3 or 4 months we are introduced to Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
So that's
So your conclusion?
conclusion is that
See, what you said is your observation. But after observation, what's your conclusion? No, what's your conclusion?
my conclusion is that the the students in the youth centers are not directly exposed. Means there are few students who are shocked, who get shocked by such cultural change. So slow introduction helps them to adjust to the spiritual life, and then
Okay,
advance
oh,
them.
that is a good point. See, in our, one thing I have to tell you honestly, in our youth training programs, we begin with, say, discover yourself. Discover yourself, maybe 1 or 2 sessions, maybe preliminary, or prior to that we do one-time programs, OTP we call it. We do that. But very quickly we introduce the topic of science of soul. Vedas, science of soul, substance and shadow. And then in our PT course, Positive Thinker course, we introduce all the topic of Bhagavad Gita and we proceed. One of the reasons for this is we don't want to present only lightweight topics for a prolonged period of time. We don't want to do that. That's the reason for that. Like one IIT, they were preaching for 3 years. They didn't get a single devotee. Then later on told me, 3 years they were doing all lightweight topics like goal setting, be good, do good, that kind of topics, goody topics. And nobody becomes devotee. If you really want to make devotees, you can give 1 or 2 simple topics like, time management, stress management, something you give. After 1 or 2 topics, some boys are ready to come together, straight go into philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. Like we do Discover Yourself. Discover Yourself is a very spiritual course. Similarly, you see this essence of Bhagavad Gita, which you call as positive thinker, self-manager, practical leader. We do straight spiritual. And even last few days I am talking to all of you. Am I indirectly talking to you? It is straight. If you want to accept, accept. Otherwise, push off. Do what you want in life. It's like that. We don't fear actually. We honestly present the truth. Because actually we are confident that there are enough sincere people in this world who want to attain God. There are people. Prabhupada said, when there is a market for Shuddha ghee se banaya hua laddu, when there is a market for it, why to sell a laddu which is made of recycled oil? Recycled oil laddu may be 5 rupiah. Shuddha ghee se banaya hua laddu is 25 rupees. But there are people to buy the Shuddha ghee se banaya hua laddu. And then why to sell the other one? So we actually, Shuddha Krishna Shiksha, that is our goal. See, in this gathering, we have also permitted many different groups of people to join from various places. We have this Nimayanand Prabhu and Antaradvip Prabhu, 2 senior most people who organized this camp. And they used to do a kind of screening. And in the screening, we would check whether you all have finished, DYS and you have finished Sankalpa, Spurti, all the previous syllabuses. Only those people would be allowed for Utkarsh. But what happens over the years, the number started swelling too much, very big. Some students have not completed. And therefore, they ask many basic questions even in this camp also. You will see that. Actually, we go just like in a college, like, first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Same way we take the boys ahead. And they are all spiritual topics. Because whatever we speak, we actually deeply believe in that. We don't just speak just for the sake of impressing some people. I don't remember giving any lecture to impress anybody. I will just speak what I have firmly grounded in, what I believe in, what I am living. That's what I speak. and people who accept what I speak, because it is not my speech, I speak from the Shastra. So, our friend was telling that in the centers where you go, something light is given in the beginning, which is true, but not for a very long time. You may get some stress to smile, or we have this art of smart work, 1 or 2 lectures we give. But very soon we tell the people that the actual truth is in Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. And that way, what we teach in our centers and what they teach here, there is not much difference. Because it's not that any of you feel in your centers, they are giving you lightweight topic all the time. They talk about time management, they talk about stress management, they talk about goal setting, they talk about study tips. This is the only lecture going on. If this is the only lecture going on, you are getting cheated. You are actually not getting the real substance. Real substance is Krishna. And it has to. And if you are not interested in Krishna, then there are many karmis who can give you better lectures on karmi topics than us also. Nowadays, you go to internet, you can download ready-made PPTs. Do you know that? On leadership, there are lakhs of PPTs available. On leadership, you want stress management, you want to do on yoga. You can learn many things. Videos are also available nowadays. Ready-made available. If you want to attain God, you are in the right place. If you wanted something else, you are sadly mistaken. Then you have to go somewhere else for that. Because we honestly can tell you, we are here to take people back home, back to. We are already on the way. We will take you also if you want. If you don't want, you do what you want. This world, because there are a million others doing many things in this world. Actually, Prahlad Maharaj said, Naitan vihaya kripanan vimamuksha yeko nanyam tvadasya sharanam brahmatonupadye. He said, my dear Lord, I don't lament at all, he said, because I am very happy with you, with surrendering to Krishna. But I am worried about the millions of other people in this world who are rotting in this world. And I want to see that they also get a chance to go back to Godhead.